download the COVIDSafe app. That is your ticket. That is Australia's ticket to a COVIDSafe Australia, where we can go about the things that we love doing once again.
The COVIDSafe app was billed as the nation's mobile contact tracer.
Downloading the app is like putting on sunscreen to go out into the sun. It gives us protection as a nation. It protects you, it protects your family, it protects your loved ones, it protects our health workers, and it protects your job.
But it wasn't long before problems emerged. First over security, and then over its effectiveness and a lack of uptake.
This COVIDSafe app did on my iPhone, not a particularly unique type of phone across Australia, where I have to make sure I restart the app every time I go into my phone, make sure I don't keep my phone in my pocket for too long because it's going to burn a hole in my leg because of the way it's using the battery on my phone.
7.5 million people have downloaded it, but just 788 people diagnosed with COVID have agreed for contact tracers to use data collected by the app. The government won't reveal how many cases it's helped identify, but says it has helped determine almost 3,000 close contacts. But to put that in perspective, by last Friday, there were already 14,000 people considered close contacts in New South Wales alone.
It hasn't been used a great deal. Part of why it hasn't been used is probably because we haven't had a lot of COVID, but part of it is the many steps that you have to go through to get it, and the fact that it's not compulsory.
State and territory health officials say contact tracers are relying on QR codes and CCTV vision rather than the app.
Has data from the COVIDSafe app been used at all during this outbreak, identifying any areas?
No, not to my knowledge, and I'm sure at such a rare event it would have been brought to my attention for that.
QR codes will capture everyone who is in, for example, a shop at the same time, or even at the same time period. So that's going to be a far wider net than this COVIDSafe app.
The federal government is standing by its app and says it has been used by tracers in previous outbreaks, including last year.
Does the Prime Minister take responsibility for the failure of the $70 million COVIDSafe app to assist contact tracers?
With the addition of the Herald protocol, it now makes it the most effective contact tracing app of its kind in the world.
Experts say part of the blame is the app's design. It works through what's called a digital handshake. When the app is downloaded, it uses Bluetooth to ping other users. Currently, it's configured to ping to a close contact if you're within 1.5 metres of a case for 15 minutes or longer. But given authorities believe the Delta variant is more infectious, experts say the contact time should be reduced to 5 minutes and the contact range should be expanded to incorporate for fleeting contact.
When you have a variant appear that might have a dynamic that's a little bit different, that's when you could potentially cover or capture those type of events that, and there are events that do surprise us.
Stuart Turville says with changes, the app could still prove useful.
When we're always looking back in time, we may not have CCTV footage, right? We may not have cases where we fully understand how the virus was transmitted. In a lot of cases, people say, look, I did all the right things, but I just don't know how I've got it. Contact tracers are being detectives. If you give them more tools, more power to them.
The government says the app plays an important role in supplementing other data. Despite questions about its effectiveness, the federal government is continuing to pour about $100,000 a month into the app, on top of the $6.5 million it spent to first develop it. So the question has to be asked, is it worth it?
My view was that it was a good idea at the time, but it hasn't been taken up in sufficient numbers for it to be really effective. So it's something that has to be reviewed.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.